Good evening, good afternoon, good morning. Welcome to the Leadership TKO Live Night Show. Welcome to the show, everyone. Glad to be here with each and every one of you on tonight. It's about 7:39 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and it's just an honor and privilege to be with all of you. Again, Dr. Lakeisha McKnight is here. And so welcome to the Leadership TKO Live Night Show. And so listen, we're about to actually go live on Facebook with the video version. So please stand by, everybody. All right. Good evening. Good afternoon. Good morning. Good evening to everybody. Good evening. Welcome, welcome to each and every one of you here. Welcome to the Leadership TKO Live Night Show. This is the time, this is the place, this is the Leadership TKO Live Night Show. I'm Dr. Lakeisha McKnight, and so I'm your leadership specialist, your wealth mentor, author of a few books, but listen, most importantly, I am your friend, and so I welcome you here to the show. Glad to be here with each and every one of you on tonight. And so welcome, guys. Listen, we are about to dive in, nothing too heavy on tonight, and so I do want to remind you this show goes live normally around 7:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time every single evening. And the purpose of the show really is to empower leaders like yourself with the ability to win from the inside out, growing your influence, your impact, and your income. And so I welcome you all here. I thank you so very much for plugging in, being connected to this particular show. And so for those of you who are here, listen, there are a couple of ways to be involved in all of the sessions that we normally have. And so one way to do that is by simply liking or loving the stream. Okay, liking or loving the stream. We're also live on the podcast platforms, and we've already addressed our podcast listeners. But again, thank you so very much for those of you who are in other continents, other countries around the world. We appreciate you. We thank you so very much for continually listening in live and catching the episodes on demand. And so, again, like or love the stream. Secondly, there's a comments feature, of course, below. So what does that mean? You can leave your city, your state, your country. Let me know where you're watching this from. Okay, I've connected with so many new people, which is a part of what I'm going to talk about tonight. And so share with me where you're from. Also, if you're catching this as a replay, hashtag replay below. And then lastly, we can share this out if you choose to, if you like, you can share this out with those that you care about, those that you love. And so what I plan on doing right now is definitely sharing this particular stream out. So I'm getting my device here and I'm going to share it with some of my wealth building family members out there. So I'm going to share this out. Okay, perfect. So listen, you probably see the title of the stream. Okay, again, it's not too heavy tonight, but the title of the stream says, Because of You. So many of you probably know, and I've shared just a little bit. I'm not one, of course, that says, hey, it's the day. But it is my born day, my Earth day. And so I want to take a moment first and foremost just to thank all of you for your inbox messages, for your prayers. Those of you who called and sung, gave me audio songs of happy birthday, sent me Stevie Wonder's song like a million times. I don't know how many times I listened to it today, but Stevie Wonder, you sent that a couple of times. Also, I thank Alicia Marshall out there. She is a sister of mine, and I thank you so much for the gift that I received in the mail today. And for everyone, of course, who have tagged me in videos and tagged me in pictures, that we've taken in the past. It just really just touched my heart, warmed my heart a lot. Anyone that knows me knows that I am a people person. Not in the sense of people pleasing, but in the sense of connecting with people and really, valuing relationships. Okay, valuing relationships. And so I just want to say thank you so very much for everyone that made this day so special. And it's not just about this day, because we ought to be celebrating life every single day. Every single day. And so I entitled this particular stream Because of You, because if it wasn't for you all, where would, for example, I be? Because I learned also from you. I received valuable information from you. Special acknowledgement, of course, to my network marketing mentor, Mr. Ty Best. And definitely, I know he's in Dubai right now, Mr. Michael Dalco. And of course, Mr. Roger Williams, Rodney Berger, Tanisha Glaspie, all of my amazing wealth building family, Mr. Gregory McKay. His birthday is today, and so we salute you and we say happy birthday to you, my brother. Thank you so very much for all that you do and the service you provide for the global world at large. Thank you so very much. And so it's because of you that I am where I am today. You all plug in and connect to this particular stream. I thank you so much for that. I thank you so much for those who decided to go on the journey and connected with the amazing Wealth Builders Worldwide family. And so I want to take a moment because it's important to reflect over the last year. Now, I'm not going to give you an extremely long bio, but I'm just going to touch on maybe a couple of points. Again, just seeing the growth. Okay, seeing the growth in myself from last year to now has been absolutely amazing. The transformation when it comes to spiritual transformation, which is most important for me, because it's my spirit man that's going to live on eternally. And so I constantly am focusing on my spiritual development and growth. And so I'm grateful for the growth that happens every single day. I'm grateful for the relationship that I have, of course, with my husband and the growth in our marriage. It is growth and it is a work. For those of you who are married, right, have been married, you understand exactly what I'm talking about. Put a smile on that face because you know exactly what I mean. It's not something you get into and it's like peachy clean. It's work. It takes work to make a marriage work. And I'll tell you one thing about it is you have to have a solid relationship with God and a solid friendship with your spouse and a commitment. Okay, a commitment. That can be a stream all by itself. So grateful for my marriage, grateful for my children. Many of you know that I have two amazing children, a 4-year-old who acts like she's 10 and an 8-year-old. And so they've been celebrating this particular day all week. It was like, mommy's birthday is coming up. So I never forgot. Okay, I never forgot. And so I'm grateful for my children and just being able to be a mom. Okay, being able to be a mom is just near and dear to me. But I also have to touch on this, the fact that over the last year, I have been able to amass wealth. And I'm not here to recruit anybody, but listen, when you become connected to the right systems and the right mentorship, success is inevitable. Success is inevitable, especially when you implement. You can have a whole lot of training, a whole lot of knowledge, right? And think that you're following tradition and go nowhere. And go nowhere unless you implement, unless you have the right information and you begin to implement. And so all I simply did was connected with the right mentors, the right family, got the right strategy, and begin to implement the strategy. What strategy am I talking about? Being able to access God's money, precious metals, gold, silver, right? Precious metals. And then also, as I spoke about, was it last night, being able to access cryptocurrency, which is the people's money. And that's what I've been able to access. And listen, not necessarily having to buy it. Many of you, I know many people focus on Bitcoin, right? But here's the thing, most people, and let me ask you this question for those of you watching, how many of you buy Bitcoin? Let's just say I buy Bitcoin in the comment section. Go ahead and type that in below in the comment section. I buy Bitcoin. How many of you buy Bitcoin? Go ahead and do that. You might not buy a whole Bitcoin because it's like, what, 23,000? for a whole Bitcoin, but how many of you get a fraction of a Bitcoin? Like you buy fractions of a Bitcoin. Okay, go ahead and type that in. I buy Bitcoin. But here's the flip side of it, because there is an amazing system that allows people to get paid in Bitcoin instantly 24/7. And that's not an understatement. Some people say, oh, you're exaggerating. That's not an understatement, guys. And so there's a system that pays people, myself, and many of my wealth building family, pays us instantly, immediately, 24/7. How many of you are getting paid? I get paid in Bitcoin. Go ahead and definitely type that in so that everyone else can see that it is true, that we get paid in Bitcoin. Go ahead and type below, I get paid in Bitcoin. Go ahead and type that in. And listen, for those of you, and this is what we've tapped into. Okay, there are people, including myself, thousands of dollars, right? Paid in thousands of dollars in Bitcoin. In Bitcoin, paid, didn't have to go buy, paid in Bitcoin. And if the Bitcoin is sitting in our account and is rising in value because Bitcoin is increasing in value, and it's said to potentially increase to $100,000 or more. And so I'm grateful for the knowledge that I've gained about, on cryptocurrency and being able to plug into systems that work. It just simply works. And so why not plug into things that work? And that's what I've been able to do over the last year, plugged into systems that work. And it works for you. It helps so that your money works for you. All right. So listen, I'm going to wrap it up because I know that I am a talker. So, but I'm grateful. I'm grateful for life. I'm grateful for just how God has provided. He is a provider. We are just the managers or the stewards of all that God has provided and enabled us to access. And when you're aligned, and I know I'm going to talk more about this as we transition into the new year, but when you're aligned with God, and you have a relationship with him, and again, I'm not here to preach to you, but I know this to be true because this is what's happening to me. When I'm aligned, because of the alignment, provision is there. Like there's no lack because I'm connected, I'm aligned with the provider. And so if you're experiencing lack, you got to look at what you're connected to. You have to look at your connection. Okay, so I'm going to encourage all of you who's watching this right now, whether the replay or the live. For those of you watching this, if you want to travel with me as we head out and really coast and actually push forward throughout the rest of December and go into 2021, for those of you watching this stream and you're like, man, I need abundance. I need to connect with those who are experiencing an overflow of abundance and just a multiple blessings. For those of you who want to experience blessing after blessing after blessing, I encourage you, okay, to definitely reply Bitcoin. That will let me know that you want more information on getting paid in Bitcoin. So reply just the word Bitcoin for those of you watching on my timeline. Now, there may be some of my family members who are sharing this stream. And if you've watched this on someone else's timeline, connect with them. Send them an inbox message because more than likely, they're getting paid in Bitcoin too. They're not buying it. They're getting paid in it. And you can as well. So if you're watching this on my timeline, doesn't matter where you are in the world. You can be in Africa. You can be in Australia. You can be in Asia, South America. You can be in Europe, throughout the United States. If you desire abundance, right? Building your personal wealth. You don't even have to build a network if you don't want to. You can build just your personal wealth and get paid in Bitcoin. If that's you, again, reply Bitcoin below and we'll get you situated. But I appreciate you all. I just want to say thank you so very much for those of you who've accepted the friend request. We've been connected. Some of you have been connected with you for years. Thank you so very much once again for the birthday wishes, for you responding to the post on the timeline. Continue to be plugged in on the timeline, okay? I post content relevant to building, helping to support and encourage you as a leader. A lot of the content during the stream is really focused towards building your business as a network marketer, as well as helping you to establish your presence on social media. So you'll see a lot of that during the stream, okay? But I appreciate you all. I thank you so very much for tuning in here to the Leadership TKO live night show. And so for those of you watching, listen, there are some other things going on. We have presentations that share more about what we do. And so connect with my wealth building family. We're going to definitely give you the information that you need if you need more information about what we do. We will point you in the right direction. So thank you so very much for tuning in tonight to the show. We'll be back. I'll be back tomorrow night, 7:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And so until then, I encourage each and every one of you to think, to speak, and to live leadership. Good night, everyone, and God bless.